Finding new keywords to advertise on is a never-ending process. This tip I'm going to show you today is going to help you prioritize and make this really simple. You can find a keyword in under 5 minutes and have immediate results the next day. And I'll prove it to you and show you one of the results I did. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. First thing you need to do is pull up the Search Query Performance Report. To get to this screen, you're going to click on the hamburger menu, go down to Brands, Brand Analytics. That is going to bring you to the brand view. You're going to click over to ASIN view and type in the ASIN you want to work on. Select weekly and the week you want to do and hit apply. That's going to load this screen here. Now, just so you know which product I'm working on, I'm going to load it onto the screen so you can see what we're doing today. And it's going to be for my Starbucks Halloween cup that we've added a skeleton and made, had a fun time with. It's a really great product. I've had some good reviews. You can see here Amazon is showing 900 plus sold in the past month. 9,000 people have viewed it in the past month, which is basically a 10% conversion rate, which is kind of cool. And this is all public data. I think the behind the scenes data would match that, give or take. So in any case, we're going back to brand analytics here. And in here, what you're going to see on the screen here are all the keywords that Amazon believes are really important to this ASIN. And if you look at the search query list, not only is it already optimized in recommendation order, where Amazon's saying, hey, this is the most important, this is the next important, 1, 2, 3, 4, the search query score. A lot of times you look at automations and filter lists and it's garbage. This is the exact opposite. This is an instance when Amazon is giving us succinct data, actionable, and I pretty much guarantee no matter what ASIN we look at that has over 100 sales a month, and you put it into this system, that at least one keyword on the screen, the first 15, 1 out of 15 a minimum, it's usually a lot more, but at least one keyword out of the top 15 will be extraordinarily relevant and be helpful. And the benefit of doing what we're doing today is that I want to show you some observations. So on the search query list here, you see a theme. You see Starbucks or Halloween in every single word on the top 15. If you scroll down even more, it'll probably continue that theme well into additional pages. So what does that tell us? That tells us that Amazon believes that these are the two most important keywords for the listing, Starbucks and Halloween. Now, when you look at the listing, some of you might be saying to yourself, well, duh, obviously, right? Well, I got to admit to you, I did not have a keyword campaign manual set up for the term Starbucks. And when I looked at the brand analytics and I saw Starbucks every other word, I was like, oh, come on. Did we really miss something so obvious, so simple as the word Starbucks? And I'm not saying Starbucks cups or mugs, because I actually did have those. I'm saying just a broad match Starbucks keyword. So I went ahead and made one, and the results are interesting. We took a screenshot of this first thing this morning because the results changed a little bit, and I'll explain that. So in here, we have Starbucks as a broad match keyword. We put in a 48-cent bid, which was well under the average bid. We got 15,000 impressions and had $44 in spend, all basically in the last 36 hours. And right out of the gate, 35% ACOS. Now, for those that have seen my PPC videos before, you know I average a 50% ACOS on the account. And I'm sometimes I'm like, a little afraid or ashamed to show it off. But in reality, it's a good ACOS for where I'm at and what I'm trying to do. I'm being aggressive. I've got lifetime value and all kinds of other things. My goals are different than yours. So a 35% ACOS target on a keyword in the first 36 hours on a broad match for my account is phenomenal. And I'll show you. Now, here is a few more hours of data. The ACOS slipped down to a 43%. I'll move my camera here so you can see that, right? $55 in spend. And that's just simply because we're looking at data that is so fresh, the sales haven't been triggered yet. There's sometimes as much as a 48-hour delay on data. But my point is that we haven't even optimized this campaign yet. And this morning it was at 35% ACOS. So if you go over to the search terms report, you can start to see like some less relevant words that are going to show up. But we're getting 40 clicks on the term Starbucks cups at a 35% ACOS, 2 sales so far. Starbucks tumblers, we got a sale on, and all kinds of iterations that we see down here. Now we're going to let this run and get a solid, probably, I don't know, a couple hundred clicks in data before we make a lot of conclusions, but we're going to see some really nice things so far, right? We're putting a very low bid of 48 cents. We have an out of the gates very good ACOS, and ironically, the search term report is showing 39%. That's just to show you the delays in data, right? So it's only got $49 in the spend. We go back to the campaign here, and it's showing $55 in spend there. So that's how fresh this campaign is. It's like just developing, right? And the fact it's coming out of the gate at that nice ACOS for me tells me we could probably get this down to 30% ACOS after we've negated some words and done some optimization. So I'm pretty stoked and excited about this, being able to do a broad match single keyword campaign, pulling it off the search query performance report. Now I like to call this the search query performance report ICAP, or marketing funnel for ICAP. Impressions, clicks, add to cart, and purchases is what the ICAP stands for. And in these columns, you can see those labels: impressions, clicks, add to carts, and just off to the screen to the right, purchases. And so when you're trying to figure out what to do as a PPC expert running your advertising portfolio, you can come in and look at this data and make a determination where to spend more time. And here's the case example with the term Starbucks. We have an ASIN share of impressions of 1.32%. Scroll to the right though, and you'll notice that my click percentage is 2.35, almost double the ASIN click share for the entire word versus the number of impressions that shows up. Whenever you see this symptom where you see your click share is higher than your impression share, this is an immediate action item to focus on this keyword. It means that people like what they see when they see it. They just don't see it enough. So what does that mean? That means spend more on PPC. So I saw the search query performance report, I saw the word Starbucks show up, and I immediately said to myself, why don't I go set up a single keyword campaign for the term Starbucks? And this is that result. 55 in spend, 125 in sales so far and counting. By next week, I could probably have generated an extra, 50 orders on this single keyword campaign. And that's going to take my 900 in monthly sales to 950. It could even go higher. Maybe I up my bid from 48 cents to the 70 cents that everybody else is bidding for the middle of the road, right? So this is a fantastic thing. What's going to happen on the search query performance report is next week when this processes, so you can see the 9-10 range right there. When the next week processes, we're going to see my impression share go from this 1.3, and it's probably going to go higher. It's probably going to go up to 2.3 minimum, might even go as high as 3%. We're also going to see my click share go up, and we're going to start capturing all of this data, all of this sales. So there's over 783 sales a week that are coming on the term Starbucks. And right now, before I made this campaign, I was capturing 2.6% of them. Or actually 0.8% on the right here. Misread the column. And so that's pretty good. I'm pretty stoked about the fact that I'm going to increase my ASIN share on this particular keyword, my keyword share with this ASIN. And so that's just one keyword. I might have increased my weekly sales on a single keyword by 50 units a week on a single keyword. That's how powerful the ICAP marketing funnel is. When you look at the data that we call the ICAP marketing funnel inside of the search query performance report, also known as brand analytics, you go down to the ASIN level and start analyzing the keywords that Amazon thinks are the most important. Now, you could take this a step further. Maybe you don't want to do just PPC. You could go for SEO as well. Are all of these words in an exact match on the listing? Are they in the title? Are they in the bullet points, which are hidden for some reason? Are they on the A+ content, the brand story? Are they in everywhere we can get them stuffed into the listing? Maybe in the product reviews, hopefully they show up there too, right? That also does index, by the way. And so you can look at this report and figure out what to focus on. Now, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to put the word Starbucks into the main image, but there are some times when you want to have a keyword in the main image, and you can do this by putting it onto the packaging. You can do this in a lot of variety of other ways. I have a bunch of hacks that you guys can check out over at myamazonguy.com/CTR. Our very own John Aspinall and CTR Guru has gone into great detail about how to add keywords to the main image. And one of the steps to do that is to start with the data that we just showed you on the brand analytics, the ICAP Marketing Funnel, on the Search Query Performance Report, down to the ASIN level. And so if you want to start going down this path, we got a bunch of video content about how to improve your click-through rate, which will lead to massive amount of sales. We got all kinds of videos and content you're going to want to click next, and check out our other hacks to grow your sales, because this is something actionable, something I showed you today, going to get me an extra 200 sales a month off a single keyword campaign, just paying attention to this single report. Very actionable data. My name is Stephen Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. Click these CTR videos next.